Everyone, my name is Andrew Davis, and you're watching Conversations in Pop Culture, and we are back to the basics. And before I introduce my guest, I do want to remind everybody that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Pocketjack Comics, who have books like Paso, The Golden Princess, and White Lily. You can find their books at pocketjackcomics.com, as well as they're being distributed by Philbo Distributions. And Phil Russett is a good friend of mine, so if you want to distribute your comic book or anything else that's really printed, you could hit him up, and he's not hard to find. But enough about that, because I have with me artist and card creator Travis Gargarello, and hopefully I got the name right. I did apologize privately, and I'm just going to say if I got it wrong, I'm going to publicly apologize. So hopefully I got close to it if I didn't nail it on the head. But welcome to the show.
Yep, close enough.
I said I tried. I would say I would try. So yeah. But I digress. So welcome to the show. And we got. I want to talk about a lot of stuff that you've done. Obviously, JCW stuff, some other wrestling stuff, some card stuff. But before we get into that, why don't you introduce who you are? Because my audience may know you because I've interviewed a lot of wrestlers, and some of our people have crossed, I guess, paths who I've interviewed. But there's a bunch of people who probably have no idea who you are. So I think that's the place to start.
Sure. Well, I'm Travis Gargarello. I run Rogue International Productions, which is my little brand that I started to make indie sports cards. And it just so happens that I started with JCW. It's been my main venture so far.
So let's get into this a little bit, because how did you say, I want to do indie sports cards? Because I'm a card collector and I collect a lot of Top stuff, a lot of Panini stuff. And, I buy and sell cards as my side hustle, but nobody's doing an independent wrestling promotion, for lack of a better word, for the most part. So how did that even come about? Because it's kind of, I don't want to say it's a wild idea, but it's an unsaturated market. Might be a good way to put it.
Sure. So how did I get to the indie market? I mean, it is a very, very long story. I guess if we want to start at the beginning, I mean, I started making cards because I'm a big collector myself of AEW cards, and they a few years back released some online only promo cards, and it was extremely disappointing to the entire community that they couldn't own these cards. And so that kind of spurred the whole card making adventure that lasted years. It's been years to this point. And getting into indie wrestling, I started to fall out of love with a lot of the big brands, and I started to venture around the local indies with some friends, and I realized that there was a surprising lack of trading cards. It blew my mind. I mean, this thing that everyone loves so much, and no one was doing it at all anywhere. It was 8x10s and, silly merch, which is fine. But, trading card is something that's reasonably cheap, and, maybe not everybody has the money to be, or, a shirt or a jersey or something like that. So being able to just grab something cheap that they can remember the event and their favorite wrestler by.
So, because I mean, to go off of that, I mean, I started falling out with the WWE and even part of AEW, and even before AEW was on the scene, and I was really fascinated when Impact was around, and it used to be my Friday night thing where I would come home on my Friday night, I would watch 4 episodes of The Office, play like 6 hours of Overwatch, and then watch Impact on Twitch because it was cheap while getting hammered. And my favorite part was that I was interacting with these wrestlers on Twitter /X at the time. And
that's exciting.
And it was awesome. Like, you got, Killer Cross, Karen Cross, like tweeting back at you during his match. It was all pre-taped. And then, obviously I'm a big indie guy. So, but I don't even, because of IWTV, it's $10 and it's like for $10, you can get access to all these shows. And so I'm
Right.
watching all this wrestling stuff all over the world. And so, but like I find it fascinating because I get why people fall out of it. And I'm not a fan of digital only products. I have some,
Yeah.
and I think it's fun. I mean, if it's like, because AEW does that and Upper Deck does it, and it's cool. You just sign up and you get it in your email, but it does suck, as you were saying, that you can't own the card. I
Right.
mean, there's
Hold
something
it.
about touching. The reason why I want a trading card, I don't know how you feel about this, is that I want to touch it. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if that makes sense. Like, even if I'm getting it graded, I still want to touch the graded card. Like that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be a tangible good.
Yeah.
So like, how'd you get involved though with JCW? Because I mean, it's Violent J. Everybody knows, the Killer Clowns, and the
Yeah.
rapping, and their love for wrestling, and so like, how did that happen? Because it's kind of a little crazy to think that it's like, yeah, this is a JCW, Violent J. I mean, I don't know. You can't make it up. Is my point. So like, how did even that relationship start? Because again, there's a million indie promotion, and this is like the one that I would not have put my money on, if that makes any sense.
Sure. So at the very beginning, I mean, I've been a long time JCW fan, for years now. Back before they had the lunacy thing going, and I was watching Bloody Manias and all of that. I actually have a Bloody Mania set of ring skirts. But the whole card thing with JCW got going because I was in a Facebook group of theirs, and someone was sharing these mock-ups of trading cards, and it was getting a big pop. And I was really excited about it too. And as I had all this printing equipment and all of this experience and knowledge to this point, I wanted to bring them to life. I thought, this guy, he's doing something incredible. And if I could just make it tangible, then maybe we could do something together. But it was it was all AI generated. And so all the dimensions were wrong. None of it would print or cut appropriately. And so it kind of clicked in my head right then, that JCW, the community, wanted these cards. And there was a void for someone that could actually do it. And I had been working on graphic design for a long time. It's just for fun. On the side, I guess I had designed a set of cards before this whole thing. And it kind of plugged in as my first series, my Wanted series. I actually have a bunch of AEW cards that I was building to do a little rogue set with a long time ago. And so that's kind of how the whole JCW thing came to be. And then I went to a show, and I had taken some photos, and I got a really good picture of Shane Mercer, I thought. And so I made my first card out of it, and I put it up on the group, and it took off. And then I was met with a lot of photographers and even some talent who really appreciated what I was doing, and liked that whole underground trading card thing, wanted to be a part of it. So I started, it snowballed, honestly.
So let's talk about this a little bit, because obviously you throw something out there, you get the feedback, and it's positive, right? Because I don't know, I throw out 50 ideas in my life. Like, this show legitimately took about 25 ideas before something finally hit. And that might have been 13 years ago, but the point remains the same, is that there's about 4 different versions of this before it became this and before it started working. And when I mean by 4 different versions, I mean 16, just the other 12 weren't published.
Right.
But so like it's very interesting that when you get feedback and you get positive feedback, and you don't just get positive feedback from fans, because fan feedback is useful because that's a customer, but even talent. And when talent wants to get involved, and then the whole promotion is somewhat behind you, like what is that like? Because that's when you have kind of, I guess, the trifecta, if that makes sense. Because you have a legitimate backing and a company that says, yeah, we're cool with you doing this. You have talent that wants to buy in, and then you have fans who want this product, because you need all three, because it doesn't work without all three. So like, what was that like? And then obviously, I mean, because I think I know at least one of the Facebook groups I've seen it in, where people are like, man, this is awesome, and they want these cards.
Yeah, so I'm not affiliated with JCW in any way. I'm not allowed to use their name or their logo or anything like that. All of these cards come directly from me working with the talent or photographers that worked with the talent. So there's a reason that if you ever look at my cards, you won't see JCW, you won't see lunacy, you won't see any of that kind of stuff. I was warned very early on, to be careful with that kind of wording and such. So this is still very new and growing. I actually met Violent J at the last taping in Saginaw. And I got to show him some of my cards, and he thought they were fantastic. He signed one for me. He loved it. I got to meet pretty much everyone that was at the taping. And I handed out a bunch of products, got a bunch of stuff signed. So, working for JCW would be a dream come true. And I'm hoping that one day maybe I can build a portfolio, a following big enough that they would be interested in putting their name behind me. But the talent that I have worked with, it's been a dream come true. There's some of the nicest people that I've ever met, and so earnest and kind. And the respect that I've gotten from them, I mean, it's the respect that I want to show them. So it's been an incredible experience.
So it's interesting, right? Yeah, I'll ask it this way, right? And because this is my experience interviewing wrestlers, is that a wrestler who you think is an asshole is like the nicest human being in the world, right?
Yeah.
And you're terrified to ask for an interview. Like, of course I'll come on your show. Why wouldn't I come on your show? Like, and there's plenty of wrestlers who have been like that. Like, yeah, I'll come on your show. You name the time. Like, and you would tend to think that they're bigger, but they're extraordinarily humble. And a lot of these wrestlers, especially in the indies, realize that without the interviews and without the fans, without people buying a shirt from them, they don't eat. They don't get booked on the next show in many ways. And it's so interesting, the community, because the person you think is difficult is not, and the person you would think who would not be difficult is.
You're right.
It's so weird. It's like, as an interviewer, there's been big names on my show, and I'm like, you're like, how'd you get that person? I'm like, I just asked. I'm not a dick. This isn't hard. It's really not hard. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect, and we all have days where I could be a dick. And I used to have a rule. I used to have long Mondays, and I said, don't bother me on a Monday, anybody. Because if you bother me on a Monday, it's a 14-hour day. And by hour 15, my response is every other word is fuck in the sentence. So every other word. It's like, I understand. And so, because I run another business, an eBay business, but that's my point, is that I'll deal with your problem on Tuesday, not Monday at 8:00 when I get home. But I digress, because I want to talk about the cards. This is not about me, and I want to talk about, I think it's proclamation wanted cards, and I think that's one of early sets, and I have some photos. And so I want to talk about this stuff because there's some really cool names here on this. So obviously we're gonna start with this one, which is, you mentioned Shane Mercer, and I've had conversations with him. He scares me. He scares me a lot. He's a big guy, and he could definitely hurt people. I've seen him in ICW, holds bars. I've seen him like wrestle in person, and he scares me. But what is that like to have him involved? Because he's been doing this forever. And then there's a few others that I'll throw out there too. Obviously, we got Nick Namath, Dolph Ziggler. I don't know, right? What is it? Nikki Spirit Squad, best version of is it right? Like, was it Nikki? I don't think I'm getting you in trouble, am I? Like,
no,
I think
no.
Common knowledge. I'm just saying. This is another one. Amazing Maria. She was on my show.
Maria, she is she's a gift, honestly. She's been one of the most supportive people of this. She's been here since the beginning of it. She gave me that photo there, with a slew of other photos.
And then we got this too.
Oh yeah, yep. That was from her as well. Yeah, and she participated along with a lot of these other talent in like filling out their cards and working with me. It's been amazing. So I should say not Nick Nemeth. I have not had the privilege of speaking with Nick Nemeth. I worked with a photographer that took that photo, and and that's when I made that card. Yeah.
But still, it's probably really cool though, because he is one of the success stories outside of WWE, for lack of a better word, that has had an amazing career. The other one is Matt Cardona. In many ways.
Oh yeah.
There's a few others. But those are the two big ones. So like, what is that like though, to do a Nick Namath card? Because I know that you didn't get to speak to him and directly work with him, but you still got to do a card of his, and you still had some permission to do it, right?
Yeah. It was actually really nice doing Nick's card, because where some of the cards were difficult to lock down information or to find things worth filling in the empty spots with, and Nick just had a plethora of accolades and history, and so it was really, really a pleasure to build that card.
And then obviously, just selling it's Nick Namath. Not to get too technical into business, but like that's the other thing too, is that like when you have it in a set and you have Nick Namath in your set, it helps. Because I feel it adds an element of legitimacy. And I hate to dive into business to it, but it definitely adds an element of legitimacy. It adds an element of, oh snap, this person has Nick Namath in his card set, right? Like, because and this might sound artificial and might sound BS, but whenever somebody has a name drop to a degree in there, it helps a lot to say, oh shit, somebody is legit, right? And it's not just a fan project. And I'm not trying to like trivialize what you do, because I don't think it's anything of like that. But like, there's a big difference when there's a name drop in there.
And it's funny that you mentioned that with Nick, because at this point, I've sold a few hundred cards, and not a single person has ever ordered specifically a Nick Nemeth card. Not one. I could drop him from the set and it wouldn't have changed a thing. Some of the big ones were like Too Tough Tony, Amazing Maria, Danny Moe was a really big one. Hollywood Haley J, some of the local JCW talent was is more important to the community than the bigger names that come through.
So interesting. It's so interesting. Oh man, see, I think so differently, right? Like I think so differently than everybody else. I mean, because maybe it's because it's my show, right? Because the name drops help my show, and then it trickles down to everybody else, right? So it's kind of like you get a big, wrestler on my show every once in a while, and then it helps everybody else around it. So like, and maybe, but that's so interesting because I think so differently. That's fascinating. That's so fascinating. I mean, it blows my mind. But that's so interesting.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
but it still must feel awesome though. Nonetheless, I mean, how many people have an independent nickname it card? That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I could make that for people. And it's just been it's been a gift to my life to be able to do this.
And then obviously I got some more photos just to give everybody a sense here.
Oh yeah.
That's the Hollywood Haley J.
Yeah.
There's no pink dog in there.
No.
That's the only criticism. I'm sorry. You don't get all scot free. Obviously you got Congo Kong in there. You have,
Oh yeah, Tarzan Durin. I love Tarzan.
This is a really cool shot, by the way. It's a really cool shot.
Yeah, he gave me that picture. Yeah,
it's a really cool shot. And then
that song there.
We got Cocaine.
Oh there. Yeah, yep. I got that with from 50187 Photography. It's a beautiful shot.
That's the Violent J right there.
Yep. That's one of my favorites. Yeah.
It's so. I mean that's JCW. We got more.
Oh yeah. I mean, 50187. They gave me just complete freedom to access their portfolio of shots, and I mean, they have some of the most incredible work. Some the cocaine picture there, the Funstruction photo as well. I mean, wow. That is a timeless shot. I mean, in all of wrestling card history, I could barely come up with a better picture of a tag team than that. The colors they're on, the whole thing, it's a 10.
I mean, it's a fun card. It's a fun card. It's a great card. I can't really argue with you. I don't have an argument for that. But to go further into that though, because what is that like for you though when you're constructing this stuff? That somebody gives you pretty much carte blanche to their whole portfolio of all the images they've shot, and
yeah,
we're talking hundreds, if not thousands, right, of images. And you can circle through it, and there might be a restriction or two here and there because everybody has some caveats.
It's true. It's true. There's been changes. I present the work before I release it to everybody. And so, some talent, they have better suggested photos and things like that. But yeah. Whittling down the collection is, I mean, you want to make a card out of everything. honestly, I mean, if I had endless hours in my day, I would. And it's so hard sometimes to decide what is the worthwhile shot, what has the better angle, maybe by a split second, what has the better lighting, there's so much that goes into picking the perfect card. Sometimes I have a limited selection to work with, but other times, I mean, yeah, like 50187, their catalog is amazing. It's amazing. They have some of the best work.
Because it's I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I always, I mean, right now, just as an interviewer, I have an abundance of talent that I can pick from whether it's on the anime side, comic side, voice acting, cosplay, adult industry, you name it. I legitimately have more people that I could choose from than I have time over the next 50 years. And it's a good problem to have. And my interview rate when I ask is about 82%. So if I shoot out 100 requests, I'm getting 82 back that say yes, which I think is pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I wish it was 100%, but 100% is pretty hard. And I don't say that to brag. I say it because when you have a lot of choice, you can really build a wonderful product. And when you haven't, I'm not saying you have an infinite amount of photos, but you have thousands to choose from to find the right card, right picture for the right card for the right wrestler. And I think there's something to be said about that, where there's a lot of ability to do this. And this is one of my favorites that I came across, which is this one, which is just, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even know how to describe this because it's such like it's like Sue Young-esque. Like that's what it's like. And it's also like horror, it's like gothic, but like it's quite artistic at the same time.
Yeah, it could stand on its own.
Yeah, you could just like take this and just like take all the wrestling out and be like, okay, what do we got
exactly?
Like,
yeah.
So that I like this one a lot. Now I will explain is that if I saw this, if I woke up at 2 a.m, I saw this sitting in my doorway, this would not be a good night. That's all I'm gonna say. This one.
Yeah.
But if I saw it like just in the wrestling ring, totally fine.
Yeah.
But I digress right there. And then obviously there's other stuff you've done, but like I don't know if that was the first set you did, the Wanted stuff, but I know think it's like a 32 card set. Is it 32 cards or like 40? Right there?
So I actually was just about to talk about that because it's funny. It's cosmic. So that set, like I said, this entire thing has been a snowball, just growing and growing and growing, and I just keep trying to ride along with it as it goes. So that first set, it was Shane Mercer. It was Shane Mercer's card. I took that picture. I made that card just to see how everyone would feel. Shane saw it. He loved it. That felt great to have his support about it. So, and then, people started backing it. And like I said, it started as a Shane Mercer card. It was a one card thing. It wasn't even going to be a set. It was just, I just wanted to do something, that could be tangible for people. And the talent started showing up for me and started giving me all of this to work with to build this set. And that last card there, that was actually the last card of the set. Prophet Driftwood was the last person that I had the honor of working with for the Wanted set. And she had given me so many pictures. We had so much. I probably mocked up 4 different cards before she landed on that photo. It was I swear that we had settled on a card design and we were getting ready to release it. And then she said, "Hold on, wait. I've got one more picture." And she sends me that, and that was it. There was no question that that photograph is a beautiful shot. It's artistic, like you said. And I mean, it could stand on its own, and it really spoke with that whole Western kind of wanted theme, outlaw, crazy wild girl. But the really cosmic part of it was it was the 17th card of the set. And I just thought, with ICP and 17 and all it lined up, and it felt like an appropriate place to close that and move on to the next thing.
So that's so interesting. Because so I mean, I'm sure you know what a living set is, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, like a growing, constantly growing.
So a living set, for those who don't know, because I'm a card guy, it's you have card one, but you don't know where it's gonna end, the set. So Topps does this with the NBA, they did it with the WWE, they do it with baseball, and they're on like card like 900 now.
Nice.
But it's like one a week. It's
Oh
awesome.
wow,
I mean, with baseball, you get Noel McLean, who's a rookie this year, and then you get like Ty Cobb like the next week.
Right.
It's great. So I mean, they just did Gaylord Perry. I'm a big baseball guy, so like it's a lot of fun because you get a bunch of different people all throughout it, right? And you know who you're getting when you're getting them. So like Kevin McGonigal, who's a rookie on the Detroit Tigers, had one this year. And so like it's fun because you go like 1950s baseball and then you go 2026 rookie card, and then you might do Aaron Judge at some point, or you might do like Yamamoto from the Dodgers or Freddie Freeman. A lot of fun, right? But you never know when this set's going to end. But it's one a week, and it's great because it's so much fun. But like, and I'm not saying this was a living set, but if this was being built in piecemeal, almost weekly by weekly, it's a little bit like a living set.
It was. It was to a degree, yeah. I had to, it was me that made the decision to stop it, at 17. Yeah.
Because that's a lot of fun as a collector, right? Is that I don't know when this is going to end. I know when it's going to start. And if I know that every week a card's going to matter, every month a card's coming out, but I don't know when it's going to stop. A lot of fun as a collector. On a collecting level, because it's like, what's the next one? Is this the end?
Right.
And it's fun if you were there on number one.
Right.
That's where it's fun.
Right.
And then if you missed one of them, you got to go find it somewhere. It's a lot of fun if you're a collector because it's the hunt. But that's why I find it fascinating, because because that to me it screams card collecting. And I don't know how deep, people in JCW and ICP are like this and are card collectors like this, but like that's what I like about card collecting. And so I can only speak about how I function as a card collector. But like that to me just is awesome. But I do want to talk about the other stuff that you've done, because there's a few others, right?
Yeah.
So there's this right here, and there's this whole stuff, which is lineup and Danny Moe, who I think Danny Moe, I think they're still in a relationship with Facade, right?
No.
Okay.
I learned that. I put the neon blondes on the first wanted card, and I learned that from Danny Moe.
So Facade has been on my show, and Facade's great. And Facade is crazy. Facade is such a good wrestler, and Danny Moe is also fascinating too. Her whole thing and her whole shoot on OVW was amazing. So insightful on the industry, but nonetheless, point is that Danny Moe. This was Danny Moe, the lineup. We have this one right here, which is Miles. Which is cool because it's black and white, right? That's what makes that card awesome.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because normally on the flip side of those cards, I did a black and white mug shot of them, and for Miles here, for Mr. 50s, I didn't have to filter it. it was already in. Yeah.
I like it because it's so fitting, right? It's so fitting. Yeah. That's awesome, right? Obviously, we mentioned Facade, right there, in the whole backdrop. Obviously, Paige Collette, and she's just unbelievably gifted, gifted. In so many ways, like her Instagram reel stuff is just it's funny. And she's a really talented wrestler, in that way. Obviously, this is another one, Mr. Happy. But
he's a sweetheart.
He looks a little sad. No, I'm sorry. Get off it. This is like easy layups for me. That's not part of the set. My bad. I jumped the gun here, but we're gonna get to that
Spoilers.
set too. We're gonna get to that set. But I have a different reaction to that card that I just showed. But we'll talk about that in a second here. But like, what is this like? Because this is like the opposite of the Wanted set in many ways, where it's like so criminal. Like, yeah. It's like tied up, and it's so like police station, and like it's like Law and Order in JCW, ICW. Like it's great.
Yeah, that set. I'm a creative guy. I don't know how else to say it. I generally have more ideas than I know what to do with. And so that whole lineup set, it wasn't even supposed to be anything. I threw together a mock-up, and I don't even remember who the first person was that I released of that card. But I just wanted to do something fresh for people so that it wasn't just Wanted over and over and over and over and over again. And I loved it. And then, more photographers showed up and more talent showed up. And I was like, well, then this has to be a thing. And so, yeah, that's, it was one of many, many crazy ideas that I have locked up in my head. I have 2 more sets that are on the back burner that they haven't even been fleshed out fully yet.
So what is that like? Because again, you're now taking this idea and you have a theme, right? So you have the first one, and feel free to challenge me on this, but you throw an idea out there, and then that becomes, oh snap, this idea worked. People are on board, wrestlers are on board. Let's see what else we can do. That's, I wouldn't say crazier, but different, right? Or because you're not reinventing the wheel, but you're building a new theme. It's like when Topps does a new card like Future Stars, right?
Right.
Or Home Run Kings, or Panini has a pitch. I forget what they call it in soccer, but Golden Boots might be a good one for Panini, right? If you have a golden boot, it means you're a high goal scorer. In case anybody didn't know, right now Messi and Mbappe are going for the golden boot trophy, but not the point. But like the point I'm making is that like you have a theme, right?
Right.
And so like, what is that like? Because you get to explore cool ideas, and this was also to some degree successful and well received.
Yeah, the theme is my favorite part. I have themes constantly running through my head. I mean, don't get me started. I want to make a pirate theme. It's something that I love in trading cards. That I feel like that wrestling cards, they get more play with that kind of potential than sports cards per se. So it opened up the avenue to a lot of different stuff, and I'm excited to do more.
Oh, that's so interesting. I mean, I bought a pirate trading card set. It was great. It was great. So I don't know if you go on Kickstarter and collect cards and back trading card sets for like indie trading card sets of just anything, right? And some crazy stuff. Some guy did a pirates. So it was like half the Royal Navy in England and the other half was pirates. But the best part was the subsection, which is the Loch Ness Monster. It's like
fantastic. Yes. I love it.
The stretch goal, he sent you a miniature pirate flag, a miniature Jolly Roger.
Oh, that's that. See, you're giving me ideas. That's beautiful. I love that. Something I did for just a mock-up, just to see if I could. I made oversized cards. The cards that take multiple cards to build the whole thing. And I was totally.
Did you mean a puzzle in the back card?
It was you ever seen the panorama card sets?
I have not, but I am. This might give you an I. This might I am building a particular card that is 4 individual cards that form one big card.
Yes.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
So those are the best. Those are the best. So I'm building a Yu-Gi-Oh one where it's T Gardner, Yugi, Joey, and Tristan and Melanie, and T Gardner and Melanie are in bikinis.
Exactly.
It's an insane card, and like you got like Yugi shirtless. It's a great card. Super expensive though in a PSA 10 to build the set.
Of course, yeah.
I have one of the cards, and let's just say that card I bought it dirt cheap. No, it's not for sale. That's fun too. I have cards that it's a 9-piece puzzle.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a big one.
This is like the Ultraman stuff. It's the best. I have cards where the front is one thing and the back is a puzzle.
Ooh, so, I like that.
Richard Card Parks does the whole Ultraman stuff. So there gets a point on some of this stuff where it's 9 cards. The front is one thing. The back is a gigantic puzzle.
Right.
So
totally.
Put it in your binder. You flip it and you see a different image on the back. Oh, it's so brilliant. And it's so much fun. And like
I love stuff like that.
And by the way, like this stuff isn't even that expensive. A whole set of that was $85 for 360.
Oh yeah, it's not bad at all. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And like there's 3D cards in there. Oh, it's so sick. It's so sick.
It sounds like someone cared.
Oh, I mean, he's cleaning house on this. I mean, like the Ultraman stuff, like you're doing like 85,000 on it. Like on Kickstarter, it's insane because the people who want this stuff, they'll pay good money for it. And that's what's crazy about it. And and people who want cool cards, and the cooler you make the card, the better the set you make it, the more money people will pay for it.
Yeah. My whole philosophy has honestly been trying to keep it as budget friendly as I've possibly been able to. I push my margins right down to the bare minimum. I make, I probably shouldn't talk about how much I work and how little I make because it would probably make me upset. But I do it for the love.
I'll ask this. I'm not going to push on that, but I'll throw it. I'll use my business as an example, and you could agree or disagree. So I buy wholesale from Panini, and so my price is X, right? So I pass my savings on to my clients the best I can. So what I don't like though is that I push my margins low, and if I'm making 75 cents to $1 after taxes, shipping, eBay's percentage, I'm fine with that because I'm going to be selling 20, 25, sometimes I sell 50 cards. So I'll make, $50, right? After shipping and everything, I'm fine with that. And I have clients, and typically clients do come back, right? So I don't have a problem making low margins when I'm selling a lot of stuff. It's when you lowball me and below my costs, and I'm like, look, I'm already cheaper than if you were to buy it directly from the source.
Oh yeah,
wholesale price. And like, so I don't know your business and your margins fully, but I have an idea because I know that it's not easy. Even if you're shipping me the card for 74 cents, you still got to get a top loader. You still got to buy the ink. You got to print the ink. And, I don't want to get into taxation. I don't know. You're probably not getting charged 13%.
Not yet.
eBay, I get charged 13%, but I ship all over the world and I have protection. So you're trading A for B, right?
Yeah.
eBay is an integrated
grassroots. System. Yeah.
I'm very bare minimum, but I've shipped all over the world. Coolest place I shipped to was Saudi Arabia. Coolest card ever. I shipped the UFC card to somebody in Saudi Arabia, and I felt bad because the shipping was almost as expensive as the card. but the card was awesome. It was one of those poster cards they do for those
Oh,
events.
yeah.
Short print variations.
Yes.
Really good card.
Yes.
So yeah, the person kind of realized that, okay, you know what is, I'm not, you're paying for it because nobody else is shipping to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're not going to really get it any other way.
Because they're all randomly inserted into
Yeah.
packs. But like, so I have an idea, so I get it, but like, I try to be as reasonable as I can be.
Yeah.
And I think most people try to be as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm not going to press you on your margins. If you would like to tell us, you're more than welcome to. But I'm not going to press you. But I know first and foremost how difficult it is because margins are complicated, right?
Yeah.
To do and figuring out. And I'm not creating cards. I'm just buying them. When you're creating something, it's a whole different ball game. And I don't think you're kickstarting this stuff either, right?
No, I haven't. You know, people probably will tell me that I should. I've been told I should do a lot of different things. I didn't even have an Instagram before this all started. Yeah, so you know, now there's that there's an Instagram. Follow me at Rogue International Productions, please, people.
So what is that like? Because this is so like indie, right? Like, it's kind of like you jumped into the deep end of the pool and you didn't know how to swim.
Oh my God, did I? Yeah, that's exactly how it feels like. Many days I wake up and I just exhale a deep breath and I'm just like, all right, man, we're just gonna keep on doing it. People like what you're doing, just keep on doing it. And so I do. That's it. I just put my head down and I just get back to work.
But isn't that the best though? Like, I mean, I don't know how you feel, but like that's how I mean, obviously I have more structure in my eBay business now than when I first started, but I just jumped in. I mean, because I don't think you can do it any other way. I don't. You know, I mean, there was a circumstance in June where I had to buy a bunch of cards. I'm from New York. There's a lot of Knicks stuff going on. And I basically had to buy it. I had to say, I'll figure out the back end later on. You know, I'll figure out how to pay for this in July versus in June because you gotta play the hot hand.
Right.
And something else happened that I don't want to talk about, and that screwed things up. But I'm gonna be fine. I'm not going bankrupt. But I gotta figure out a different plan here. But the point I'm making is that. That's so interesting, though, that you just jump in. It's so fascinating. But talking about jumping in, right? And this is how I discovered you: is this 250 America set?
Oh, my favorite.
And I don't know if you have any of them left, but I would love one because it's a cool set. I love America. I love America. So
I make them all. Let's see. You want some J-Rod?
Right yeah, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So we have this one. Obviously, we have this one.
Oh, Jeeves. I love Jeeves. Yeah.
Obviously, more Paige.
Yes. It was perfect.
She is perfect for that. Kid Cadet.
Oh, yeah. And she had great pictures, too. Actually, fun side note about that Cadet card. It is the only one in the set that on the flip side, I used a different photograph than I used for the front.
That's cool.
Yeah. So just fun. A little Easter egg. Yeah, I like to do silly stuff. Yeah.
And then obviously we got Mark Roberts.
Oh, Mark Roberts. Yeah. Yeah. He loved the design and, I had a perfect shot of him. So, you know, I believe it was from Gordon Zork. He was the photographer that took that photograph. And Mark saw the set because I had released the J-Rod card. And it's funny, the whole set was just meant to be J-Rod. It was designed for J-Rod. The whole card, everything, the theme, I was like, this 4th of July, I'm making a J-Rod card. And God, I can't remember where I got that photograph from, but I made it. I remember meeting J-Rod at the Saginaw show. Just for a split second, she was walking through the crowd, and I turned around and I was like, J-Rod, I'm gonna make you a 4th of July card. And she just kind of acknowledged me, smiled, and kept on walking. And I made that card, a couple weeks later and posted it, and she saw it and she loved it. And then, like I said again, a lot of people saw it and more talent wanted to jump on the set. Originally, it was going to be a 1-card set. It was going to be the 4th of July J-Rod set. Everything grew from there. Yeah.
That's crazy. And then the final one, because I think it's a light set. I mean, I think there's only 7 of them, right? There's only 7 of them. So we have Vincent Radway Smith.
Yes. Stabby Vince. That picture is fantastic. Yes. I love Vincent. He's great. That's the photographer, actually. That man, the cameraman, I should say. He's behind some of the work every week that we get to see. Yeah, it's great.
So there's a few things, right? Obviously, America 250. I mean, I live in America. I like being an American citizen, Yeah. No problem saying that. I enjoy the freedoms I have in America. The world's a scary place. My favorite benefit of being an American is knowing that if I'm kidnapped, the FBI will negotiate to try to get me home. It's one of the greatest parts about being an American.
There's a lot of comforts. I love this country. Yeah.
I'm not planning to get kidnapped. I want to make that crystal clear. But I still like the benefit knowing that the FBI will try to get me back home.
One of many benefits. Yes.
That's one of my favorite benefits that people don't know about. So it's a unique situation as an American that the FBI will try to get you home. But anyway, so just remember that if you get kidnapped somewhere and not in America, the FBI is gonna get you home, or they're gonna try to, at the very least. I didn't say you get prosecuted in another country. I'll make that crystal clear. There's a big difference between those two things. So, but I digress. But obviously, 250 America. All jokes aside, big deal. 4th of July, big holiday. I think it's because it's a fun, cool set, and it's also a light set. And that's the other thing that I think is really interesting about that set is 7 cards is not a lot. It's very collectible to do all 7. I don't think it's overly abundant like 17 or 15 or like WWE Chrome, right? 200 base sets, like 200 WWE Chrome cards. That's a big set, right? I mean,
it's taxing, and I don't think that that's fair to the consumer, honestly, to release oversized sets like that, especially at the frequency that some of these companies release these sets at.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just don't start. If you start my top spill.
Oh yeah. Well, all this was spawned because I was a very angry Upper Deck collector for AEW. I actually run the biggest AEW trading card group on Facebook, and it's where all of this came from. Was a moment of just absolute dismay within the community. It was a group funded project. A bunch of people got behind me, threw a lot of money at me with the dream that, one day my vision of that wanted card would exist for AEW talent as a rogue set for the community to have outside of big brand Upper Deck stuff.
Yeah, no. Because I mean, if you look at the WWE tops now, it gets tough after a while. It gets tough.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It gets expensive. It gets tough. I mean, it's not easy to move that stuff sometimes. Sometimes it's easy to move it. Other times it is brutal. And then you get relics, and then the whole thing with parallels. Oh my God!
You do a parallel or a limited print, and you do it 600, 550, 500, 450, 400, and so those limited prints in a set, there's 15 of them. You know what I mean? it becomes a big chase. It's a lot.
Oh, I mean, look, I've done well with Tops now. I mean, I have a 1 out of 5 Stephanie Vocaro auto. So, like, it's an expensive card. We're talking like a $1,200 card that was pulled out of one of those Tops now.
Ooh, nice.
It's this card right here. That's mine.
Oh, that's a beautiful card. Wow. Wow. Look at that autograph.
I know.
Wow.
I know. I was not expecting it. Not expecting it.
Wow, that's incredible. That's a museum piece right there.
It cost me $170 for 20
Wow.
cards.
Wow.
I pulled that one. Card number 20. And the crazy part is that the card doesn't exist when you get it. They put a piece of paper that you have to redeem it. For 2 reasons. Because they don't want to send you that card in the mail. God forbid something happens to it. They send
jeopardize the quality, yeah.
And sometimes the card's not made yet.
Oh, okay.
So they will have her sign about 50 cards at an event. Tops will go to like a Survivor Series or a Mania or a SummerSlam, and they will bring that card, because it's an on-card auto.
That's the best. That's the best.
But the cool stuff I have is, since we're talking about cards, is stuff like this. John Cena sock relic.
Oh, is that a worn sock relic?
Worn sock relic from Netflix.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Limited 1 out of 5. Pulled that out of the same type of pack.
That's awesome.
Like this. Also, Royal Rumble. Last Royal Rumble, John Cena.
Okay.
Cut up the mat. And then I have some other stuff. Like I think it's this one right here, which is R-Truth. 101.
Ooh, 101. Nice.
So yeah. So
nice.
This stuff gets expensive fast.
Yeah. Yes. Fast. Yeah, it's a very expensive hobby. Yeah.
Yeah. So you burn through, but even still, I mean, there's stuff that from Tops now that has 400 print runs that are crazy, and like because all this stuff is print on demand, which is wild. But like, I don't know. Like, I'll ask you this because the reason why I bring all that up is that, I mean, is there a cutoff print on your cards at a certain point?
It's funny that you mentioned that. So
it's not a got you question. It's not a got you question. I want to make that crystal clear.
Well, it's an idea I've been kicking around. Honestly, it's funny. Within the last week, I for the longest time and for the foreseeable future, because this is just an idea right now. I print to order, so if you want cards, if anyone wants cards, they can just reach out to me. I make them all. I can make you whatever you want. And I ship them. And that has been how people have supported me and funded this whole project, to support my work and everything, to help me grow. And honestly, I've grown a lot. My tech long way. Oh my God, I lost myself. What were we talking about?
We're talking about the idea of print to order versus having a
limited set run. Right. Okay. So I've been kicking around this idea of actually wrapping the year and seeing how people would receive the idea of buying packs from me for the previous year's collection. So if per se you were a part of the project the whole time, you helped me, you bought the sets along the way, you helped me build this full set, that has maybe 6-7 different inserts at this point, then I can collect all of those things and release them in a random pack. So I'm saying having a pack that has wanted cards, lineup cards, the 250th cards, that you would get as a collector, that would be random, and And I've even got some higher grade stuff that people generally don't mess with because it's more expensive, but I could include something like that in every pack. And so I would wrap the print there at the end of the year and move exclusively to packs.
So I like the idea of packs as a sampler, right? I like the idea as a sampler, right?
Mm.
Because the theory is that, let's say I say, look, I like JCW stuff, right? But I just want to test the market, right?
Oh, okay, sure.
Like I say, I like wrestling stuff, or like a stocking stuffer, right? That you put in like your kids, like maybe not your kid, maybe your husband. I mean, I'm not about to give my 4-year-old the JCW pack. No offense. Like my niece who's 4, she's not ready for it.
No, I wouldn't suggest it. Yeah.
But like you just throw in, because I like, like I'll buy my friend some weird stuff. Like I bought my friend's wacky pack, stuff just as a joke because it's ridiculous, right? So like it's like $6, and you say, hey, Merry Christmas, and you throw it, because then we all open it up, and like we get like some funky stuff in there, right? So like I think it's interesting as a pack, and the fact that like, and if there was like something like that wasn't released in every single pack before, like there was like an exclusive card, that'd be awesome. Yeah. It gives me a reason now to buy the pack, but you could only get those cards in the packs.
Yeah, there could be a limited set release just for those packs. Yeah.
But I also like the fact that I can still order it. So like, for instance, like I like that 4th of July stuff. So I'm probably going to shoot you a message like, hey, if you want to print to order me that stuff and you still got it printed, like I want 7 then, because that's the set I like the most that you've done. And it's also 7, and it's not going to break my bank. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like right. That's the thing, right? Is that it is being affordable is, I mean, for that 7-card set, for instance, for a matte set, it would be $8 shipped.
So how much is that 7-card set?
$8 shipped for matte. Yeah.
Damn, that's not bad.
No, I try to keep it very, very tight because like it's for the community. It's
I would tell you what I would pay for it without balking. I would pay like 12, 13 shipped. Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take 8. I'll buy for 8 all day. I mean, I bought a 9-card set of Ultraman stuff off of Kickstarter for about $15 shipped. So like, and it was great. It was Halloween. It was an awesome set, and then there was like a lenticular thrown in there. So there was 10 cards for $15. I didn't even balk. $1.50 a card, like that's nothing to me. That's nothing to me.
Right. That's what I want people to feel like when they buy my cards. I wanted to feel like they can own a portion of something that they love dearly for not an exorbitant amount of money.
I mean, I usually, I buy Tops Now cards, and it's typically, if it's not an auto, it's $5 a card on wholesale.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah.
Granted, now let me explain. And if it's auto like that, 74K, it was $8.50 a card. But when you pull a $1,200 card, on 20 cards that were $8.50, which is $170, you don't complain.
Sure.
I mean, I just pulled a $900 card.
That's beautiful.
Like 2 weeks ago, it's AJ Ewing base relic of his first home run. They put the base. They took the base from the game, put it in the card. Right, limited 10.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm a Mets fan. He's the real deal. It's somebody sold. I think somebody sold one for like $900 on eBay, which is crazy. But like sometimes what happens is that you have a low print run and you have all that stuff in there, and everybody gets a parallel, which is worth way more. But not the point. That's an aside. But like I find that fascinating that it's not that expensive. It's pretty reasonable. I mean, I was expecting 15 out of you, to be honest.
I when I originally started looking at the prices that people were putting online for custom trading cards, it kind of blew my mind. Like I've got friends that collect cards, and I always had a certain standard in mind when I got into this. I wasn't going to hand cut my cards. That was off the table. My cards were going to be the same size every single time. They were going to be 2.5 by 3.5. I needed the industry standard, and I needed them to be the thickness. They needed to be appropriately thick. And I noticed that there's some people online that are willing to sell these subpar hand cut design cards for $5 a pop. I was honestly floored. And people, I'm glad for them. I wish that they could get those cards cheaper. And I hope that I can provide that service for them one day. Because I don't think that trading cards should be inaccessible. I think that the whole point was the accessibility of the community. Yeah.
I mean, this is like the standard, right? I mean, Chelsea Green. I picked this one because I love Chelsea Green, but like this is kind of like typically the standard what a trading card should look like. This not like the X factor, but the dimensions of it. For those who don't know, I mean,
right?
Yours are like that, right?
Yeah.
So the reason why I bring that up is that the point that is that so when I buy trading cards, I'm trying to complete a base, right? Typically, if it's just a base card, right, not a parallel, I want it to be under like $1, maybe $2, maybe $3. Every once in a while, a card for whatever reason goes off the chain. I had a card that was trading for $30 that cost me $5 from Tops Now because it was a sleeper. And it was just one of those cards.
Beautiful.
It was Iglesias, Jose Iglesias, who did oh my God with the Mets, and he did makeshift performance after the game they won out in like second base, and the whole like Mets team went ballistic, but like nobody looked at the card. It had like 1,000 print run, and everybody's like, "Fuck, I missed it," right? And then everybody wanted it wound up just shooting up like crazy. Because everybody said I need this card, and everybody missed it because everybody thought it was stupid, and then everybody realized that it wasn't. So that happened.
I had a Will Ospreay card, just the same. Yep.
I mean, it happens a lot more than people realize. But the point I'm making is that but that's so interesting. But I agree that trading cards should be accessible reasonably. Yeah. I mean, when you get into like a 1 out of 5 7-care auto, that should that's a different animal.
I think should exist, but when you get to the rising costs that these companies put on people for these packs, it's a little greedy and unfair.
It's crazy. 170. I mean, because what happens if you don't get it?
Right.
And I've been on the other end of this. There's no question about that. And I'm like, it happens.
Even just the flagship sets, they increase the price per pack of flagship sets. It becomes even hard for just a little guy to have to for fun pull a 1 to 100 base set, instead of having to buy it on eBay for $30-$40.
We could get into the whole Tops thing that's going on. Tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day. What Tops has decided to do is that they have decided to remove the seal on the boxes for the pre-debuts being shipped to the consumer. And what they're trying to do is get rid of resale on those and scalpers.
Wow.
And people. But my response to that is that you remove the seal. How do I know you didn't change out the context of the box?
Right, of course.
I think it's a valid question.
Yeah,
I think it's a valid question in which that because you have to know to some degree, you could weigh it, you could determine what's in those packs. What if you guys are all going through this and all of a sudden, And there's a lot of questions I have.
Yeah.
Also, my questions now is that if I know and I'm a thief, for lack of a better word, and I have an idea what's in a box, I crack open up your box, and now I know this stuff isn't sealed. I can swap out packs if I'm at a distribution center.
Right. Right.
I understand the theory behind it because they're trying to reduce costs, but it's crazy. I think there's going to be a lot more problems.
Yeah.
I think it's the wrong move by Topps.
It feels like there's other ways to reduce overhead, honestly.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to reduce people from getting it and then reselling it for 14 times as much.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The overhead isn't the problem. The overhead has never been the problem. It's the fact that you go buy something for $200 and you sell for $800 because it's sold out within minutes.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
And so if it's open already and there's no seal, that potentially could stop. That's the theory. But my response is saying you're running the risk, though. How do I know it's a sealed product?
Resale's still going to happen. It's just that now your reseller is going to be able to, potentially mess with things.
I mean, I don't even know if I'm not even thinking about the reseller. All right, what if Topps is messing with it? I mean, I got real questions about quality assurance and control.
Oh, yeah. But quality. Imagine.
It makes me not want to buy that product.
Seems like the feeling as a consumer in 2026.
There's never been a better way how to make me not want to buy a product than what they're doing tomorrow. It's crazy. I mean, I just bought packs. I went to Target today and I bought some WNBA stuff. And I did well with my box. But not too. It was sealed. I felt comfortable. It was sealed. Like it would be so weird for me to go to Target and have a product not sealed at Target.
It would not be right. I would not trust it for a second.
I mean, within reason, right? So like they had loose packs out, right? So they crack open a hobby box and they sell the packs for $4. That I don't need like a plastic seal over that pack, right?
Right.
But like it odd to me, just so odd. But I digress. But yeah, so bewildering. Just bewildering.
Indeed.
So weird. Just so bewildering. But I digress. Enough about that. I don't want to dive into a rabbit hole. But obviously, I want to know what. So obviously, I want to know what other ideas you got coming if you feel like sharing, because obviously you got some really cool stuff coming. So what's next, or what do you want to hint at? That's on the back burner.
So something that I've been doing, just for fun on the side, is I do a little. Do you collect any of the AEW cards from Upper Deck?
I collect a few. I'm selective.
All right. So they do this thing. They do this thing. It's called the match dated moments. In every pay-per-view, they get a selection of like 6 of their favorite photographs. Let's not even call it their favorite. Honestly, I feel like sometimes the people who choose those photographs don't even look at them. But they get 6 photographs nonetheless, and they put together a set of match dated moments for a pay-per-view, and they release just a little mini set, kind of akin to the 4th of July thing. And so I do something similar with the last show that I was at, and people liked it. So when I came back, I did a giveaway for everybody so they could have a little memorabilia from being at that show the previous month. And, I took some more photographs, and I've got another thematic card that I'm working on. JCW decided to call it Monsoon June. That was their pitch. That was their promotion for the show. So it's what I themed the card after. I'm doing a monsoon theme match dated moments card for the shots that I've gotten. I shared a little spoiler photograph I got, a Sunny Kiss, absolutely beautiful shot, laying down J-Rod and someone else, I can't remember, but yeah, so that's going to be coming out in the next few weeks,
I love
probably.
Sunny Kiss. So
Yeah,
Sunny
it was great to
Kiss.
see Sunny Kiss. Yeah, I was standing backstage and he walked out and I was floored. Sunny Kiss. There she is. Oh my God.
So I have a good relationship with Billy Dixon, who was in a relationship and I think was married and still might be married to Sunny Kiss.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So Billy Dixon and me have a decent relationship, because when I was in DC, I was I'm a straight white male, but I was really big into promotions that were run by gay wrestlers and were like gay themed and all that stuff. And it sounds weird because it was good wrestling, and it was like an underrated area, right? And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
in this
absolutely,
crowd,
yes.
and I'm with a bunch of people who I don't know their sexual preferences, but I'll say it the nicest way. I don't think that we shared sexual preferences, right? To say it nicely. But
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you like wrestling, I like wrestling, we're chilling out, and it was awesome. And it was amazing, right? This is the only way I can say this. It's the most unpolitical way how to say it, by the way. But as a result of that, I got really indoctrinated because, man, I'm like, man, all these people are just not being put out on good shows, and they're killing it in this like whole underground vibe. It's like the whole dark chic thing, and it was great. So that, like, I love Sunny Kiss. I don't think Sunny Kiss had a fair shot in AEW. I don't think they knew how to use
Joey
him.
Janela and Sunny Kiss, they should have been way more over, way more had a shot. Yeah.
Danhausen too. Got.
Oh, I was actually just wearing Danhausen shirt yesterday.
It was a team effort. 99% Danhausen, 1% the Knicks.
Honestly. Yeah, he cursed him. Yeah. Yep. That was beautiful.
They won game one in Atlanta. They won game one in the Garden. They lost 2 in a row because he cursed them. And then he uncursed them. And they won like 13 in a row.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things ever is Stephen A. Smith is interviewing Danhausen. And Danhausen is talking about the Knicks as if he knows everything about him. And it's brilliant. It's so brilliant. But he's saying, I would like a 1-day contract. They could retire my number. Brunson Nickhausen.
Brunson.
But I don't even know Danhausen. But like, I don't even know how he has done the impossible, where he's making NBA money. He's making NBA money because on his merch.
Beautiful, yeah.
He's had 4 matches.
I'm so glad that WWE gave him a fair chance to flesh out his character. It was really nice to see that.
I mean, oh my God, just it's brilliant. He's the most over wrestler with 4 matches ever, and he's so fascinating. And my favorite thing is I forgot who taught him, and he was speaking about this. It might have been Ethan Page. He said there gets a point where you're meeting a bunch of people and you can't, you can't be yelling at people all the time unless you're MJF.
Right.
MJF could just yell at everybody at his table and it's fine. He's the only wrestler who can do that. Everybody else cannot. Except
I feel like Vito could yell at me. I would take it.
I did have a wrestler who knew me very well yell at me at his table. And a bunch of people, and I played the part. And a bunch of people were like, what happened after the show? People were like, "Yo, dude, did you really piss me off?" I said, "No, we're friends." Right.
It's kayfabe, baby.
I had a wrestler at a show throw money in my face, knowing it was me.
Nice.
And then like 10 people came up to me, and then wrestler like, "Dude, why did he do that to you?" And I said, "I don't know why he did it, but he probably saw me and he probably knew I wasn't that I was gonna take it. Like, well, what'd you do to Candino over there to piss off? I said, I don't know. And then I ran him to the man. He's like, oh, dude, I just picked you because you were right there. You were 3 chairs over. You looked like you were gonna take it. Well, it was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're doing that, and then you're gonna do a pirate set because that's what I want. I want a pirate set, and I want it done on Kickstarter because I want a pirate flag as a stretch goal. Do like a 32 card wrestling pirate set. It'd be great.
That would be a dream. That would be a dream. Yeah. I would love to do a pirate set. I got a neon set coming out next. That's going to be my next big one. It's a neon like 80s themed set.
Oh! I have a response to that too. Right here. It's great. You mean a neon set like something like this? Disney neon?
Ooh.
Maybe you could also do potentially like a manga set.
Oh yeah, yeah, closer to that. Yeah.
So, Rapunzel manga. I'm a big card guy, everybody. In case anybody hasn't realized it, I'm a huge card guy.
Yeah.
I have a problem. This is my business though. It's like I buy and sell cards. I mean, I just bought a Mandy Rose card, graded PSA 9, Mandy Rose, limited 50, on eBay. Just in the middle of this interview. So
no kidding.
It was $12.50.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny, man.
And I didn't pay taxes on it either, and I didn't pay shipping because it goes to my PSA vault.
There you go. On the prowl, constantly on the hustle, man.
I have a PSA vault that has about 500 cards in it. I started about a year and 2 months ago.
Wow. Well, it grew fast.
Vault's worth a lot of money. I bought stuff that was.
They are a lot of money. Yeah.
I have cards that have legitimately quadrupled in value, and PSA wants to buy the card back for really close to that value, and I don't sell it.
Like I said, you got museum pieces, sir. Yeah.
So that's my whole thing. I love cards. I love all of this.
Yeah.
But I want a pirate set, and I already have ideas for you on a pirate set. I have a lot of good ideas for you, and it's just the inserts. I got like a 65 card set built for you off the top of my head. What I would do is I would do famous pirate captains in the background that matches with the wrestler.
Oh, that's a fun idea. Yeah.
So you could have like Captain Kidd, right? I don't know who Captain Kidd exactly matches with, but Captain Kidd.
I'll figure it out.
You could do I'm trying to think of Blackbeard, Brownbeard, Whitebeard, and then you could do some more stuff like cool inserts like ships for like ring announcers or referees if you go that way.
Or the ships could be for stables, or tag teams.
Oh, the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah.
Like that. That's the point that I would do because
the ideas never stop. Yeah.
And in the back, I would do like 1930s bazooka bubblegum backing.
Oh, I love it.
So super cool, right?
Yeah.
Super cool in that realm, and that's how I would do it. But like I would do like a 65 card set for like $55 on Kickstarter. I think you would kill it. I
wish that I had that much. Honestly, it's still growing. Still, I've the wanted or the lineup was the largest set that I had done, and I think that was 21 cards. Yeah.
I think you would kill it, and I think even if you did like a 20 card set on Kickstarter, I think you would kill it.
I will have to look into how to do a Kickstarter then.
Easy. It's easy. It's not hard. Because the point of a Kickstarter is just to kickstart it, right? It doesn't mean you can't print on demand. It doesn't mean you can't do everything else continuously. The point is to kickstart the project, right? So, because if you had $3,000 to start with, to help fund the print costs, that would really help to reduce your margins and then kickstart this whole project off. Which is the point.
My Kickstarter was I had a lot of pissed off AEW fans.
Well, why would you have a pissed off AEW fans? Like,
no, that was what started it all. That's where I got all the money to do all this. Was a bunch of pissed off AEW fans.
But now they have a platform, and now it's an easy thing. You'll be fine. It's so easy to do a Kickstarter. It's not even hard because you have the hard part done. You have the product already.
Yeah. Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
So, but I digress. I don't want to tell you how to do anything. I don't want to tell you how to do anything. Where can people find you, bother you, get your cards, all that stuff? Because you said they're print on demand right now for you.
Yeah, they are. Yep. Yeah.
So where can people get it? Where can people find you? Instagram? Where can people bother you? Where can people hit you up? And also whatever else you offer, because there's a bunch of cool stuff you probably do. And I don't know if you're opposed to people, building custom sets for people.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I've taken custom work. This is a Peter B. Beautiful card here that I got signed.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. He sent me a whole little care package, actually. Gave me a kiss card. I was very happy to get that. Yeah.
It's funny because it's a guy doing it. That's why it's funny.
Yes, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I love it. There's actually a kiss card that Gold Dust did long time ago. When the females were doing the kiss cards, Gold Dust got his kiss card with the lipstick. I love it. I thought that was the greatest thing.
I'm a big fan of bench warmers. They do kiss cards.
Oh yeah, the bench warmer kiss cards.
I have a few of those. I have a Christy Hemme of that.
Oh, okay. My only other kiss card to this point is Britt Baker. I got a Britt Baker kiss card.
She's great.
Which is highly sought after. Very rare card.
I'm hunting a Megan Bain kiss card and a Tiffany Stratton.
Ooh, Megan Bain. That'd be a good one. I'm actually working with I guess this is very, very young. I'm working with Jasmine St. Clair on potentially doing a kiss card for her.
Oh,
so you might see some of those pop up on a table in the future.
I'm hunting a Tiffany Stratton kiss card. I'm hunting a Megan Bain.
Oh, Tiffy Time card.
I have that Barbie Tiffy Time entrance card.
Nice.
Expensive card.
She's great. She's great. Megan Bain's great too.
Love Megan Bain. I've had a few interactions with her. Love Megan Bain. WWE should once her contract's up at AEW, they should steal her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they could do something great with her. Absolutely. She could dominate the female division.
You steal her, you acquire, you do whatever you got to do, right? You acquire her because she's great. She's great, and I know exactly who I would pair her up with. Perfectly. Kendall Gray.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that would go easy.
Without a doubt. You tag team them out for a while and then have them feud.
Of course.
Easy.
Yeah.
I want to run
itself.
I want to run WWE. And I love to work for them. And it would be a dream job.
God, I hope you do, because they need it.
Hey! I'm a TKO guy. I've been with TKO for almost 15 years.
Oh, right on, man. Right on.
$9 a share. $9.
Oh no! Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm that guy.
That's awesome.
I rode it from $9 to $35, up to $120, back down to like $32, slowly rising up, and then they became TKO, and I was ecstatic.
That's beautiful.
And people, when I told people to buy it, people thought I was crazy. Because I'll ask you the question about WWE. What is WWE? What do they sell? What do they sell?
I don't know what they sell anymore, honestly.
They sell fun.
For some people, they sell fun. Yeah.
the point I'm making is that their product is fun.
Sure. Yes.
Whether it's successful or
You're right.
not,
That's their goal. Right.
they're not selling you a wrestling show. They're selling you a fun experience.
Right.
It's Disney is not selling you Mickey Mouse. They want you to have fun and be happy.
And that's, yes, correct.
Axe deodorant wants you to smell good. They don't want you to have fun. They want you to smell good. There's a difference between those two companies. Now, they're both useful, but a company that wants you to smell good doesn't care if you smell good having fun or not. They just want you to smell good.
Right. Right.
But that's my point.
It becomes heartless. Yeah.
But I digress. But where can people find you, bother you, hit you up, disturb
Oh,
you,
yeah.
all that fun stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cards and everything else.
Yeah. So at Rogue International Production on Instagram. I also have Rogue International Production on Facebook, as well as you can message me personally. Not that, I guess I'll spell it for you. It's Travis. My last name is Gargarello. It's Gargarello. Yeah, so you can message me there. I don't have a storefront or anything. I don't have a website, anything like that. You have to get a hold of me directly through one of those avenues.
Awesome, perfect, and yeah, I'll just say this nicely: just don't be a dick, and then you'll get further with anything you ask for. I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say. And then since it's my show, I promote myself with everything that I do. So I am Pop Anime Comics on Twitter /X. I am Pop Anime Comics on Instagram. Pop Anime Comics on Facebook. I am Pop Anime Comics on YouTube. Please subscribe. I have 2,100 plus videos on YouTube, almost 1,300 interviews, a lot of wrestlers, a lot of people in comics, a lot of cosplayers, a lot of voice actors, tons of people, you name it, from Naruto to One Piece to Attack on Titan. In the voice acting community, I got some other cool stuff. Obviously, some cool cosplayers have been on. I have had the pleasure to interview several adult entertainers, and some of them are my friends. And make your own assumptions on what that means, but I assure you, it's not what you assume. I have a girlfriend, and I'm happy with her, and we're gonna leave it at that. But please subscribe, because I've been saying it forever. Is that I can't promise that my content will make you smarter. What I can assure you, though, is that you will be entertained. You will be entertained, and there is something for everybody there on it. There is something for everybody there, and if you don't think I have done something that will tickle your boat and tickle your interests, you are just wrong. That is that. You name it, I've touched it. As an interviewer. And then the other thing I do is I have an eBay store. And this is my eBay store. Look for Comics and Collectibles. Come shop with us on eBay, and I sell comics like this in my store. I'm sorry, it's not popping up. Here we go. Sell books like this in my store. Sell books like this in my store. Sell stuff like this in my store. I have all 15 of these in my store. I have cards like this in my store, which are super cool. I carry stuff like this in my store, which is a limited 25 Angel Reese.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Draft Night Angel Reese. It's an expensive card. And then every once in a while, and these sell out pretty quickly, I get stuff like this, which is a 101 Diana Taurasi auto card. And that card 2 years ago was in my store. It lasted 10 minutes. So yeah, that stuff does come in my store. I just pulled a cool card that was 11/10 that lasted about 17 minutes. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that comes in and out of my store in that regard. And I've been saying it forever. If you're looking for comics, looking for cards, shoot me a message. First off, go to my eBay store. Links in the description down below. Scroll through my eBay store. If you see what you're looking for, you could always make me an offer. I will just, if it doesn't work, I'll just say no, thank you. I'm not going to be mean about it. You could always make me an offer. Secondly, if you do not see what you're looking for, shoot me a message, because I may have it. I just rotate merch a lot. And if I got it, I'll list it. If I don't have it, I have a lot of friends in the industry still, in cards, comics, who carry merch, because sometimes I sell out of something. And I have friends who haven't sold out of it, and I'll direct you right to all my friends who will take care of you and make sure you get the quality service that I would provide you if I was to sell you that item. So that's the whole thing there, because I know how hard it is to collect, find, and get things for good pricing. I know exactly how hard it is. So that's my whole thing right there. And then the other thing I do is I run a card channel called Big Boy Card Collecting, and I talk a lot about card education, breaks, opening stuff up, just talking about cards, having a good time, chilling out. Preferably, I might have a beer or two while I rip open a lot of packs, and I have a good time. And again, we just hang out. And every once in a while, somebody joins me on their end, and they're opening up cards, and we're just talking, and we're just sharing what we pull. And there's some cool stuff that sometimes gets pulled out. Um, I mean, I've had stuff where like limited fives have been pulled out. I've had stuff where ones have been pulled out, and I've had stuff where limited tens have been pulled out. So again, a lot of cool stuff there. So Big Boy Card Collecting, you'll find me. I'm not that hard to find, and yeah, that's everything I have going on. And on that note, I'll give you the final word.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me, for giving me a platform to be able to tell my story to all of these people, and to be able to promote my brand. And yeah, I look forward to making many, many more sets. The love keeps coming, the people keep coming. I want to spread out to some other companies, some other indie companies around the area, maybe break in around there, see how I can go. But yeah, make sure you guys follow this man so you can see his fantastic content and buy his great cards. He's got amazing cards.
I mean, I'm just average. I'm just average, but I'll take the compliment. I am, I am very humble, and I am very basic, and I just sell what people want, and I'm happy to do it. But I'll take the compliment. And as always, obviously, I don't think I could have said that any better myself, but you just said so. On that note, everybody, that is a wrap.